Welcome back everyone to my channel. This week I'm going to finish off my leverage planner week, but I'm going to show you my Erin Condren planner before we go. And this is, you guys know Erin Condren, how, usually I would get the, I've known Erin Condren for years. I would always use the colorful vertical. This is the first year that I decided to try the colorful horizontal, and I have to say it was not for me. I didn't really know what to do, and mostly because I have a lot going on. Like, I don't really, keep track right here, but I was a new teacher my second year. I just finished my second year, so I would have my induction meeting, tutoring after school, Saturday school, any appointments I had, board meetings, my daughter, my middle daughter, I have 3 kids, a 22-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 10-year-old. 10-year-old's a boy, 2 girls, one boy. My middle daughter has Asperger's, a form of autism, and so she does have a lot of neurological appointments. And I was also coaching volleyball this year and basketball, which was a nightmare for a second-year teacher, but I did it. I loved it. I loved coaching my daughter. Most kids with Asperger's or autism have dogs sometimes. My daughter, since she was a baby, was cats, so we had adopted a cat because one of our cats unfortunately ran away, and she was devastated. Yes, I know she's 12, but she's high, I would say high maintenance. So, I had a lot going on. You can see, as I go on, and I would decorate a little bit, use my little brush lettering that I was learning how to do, I would draw things. I didn't feel the horizontal. That was the thing. That's why it's not really, a try. But then during quarantine, I always use this for reflection, these pages. But during quarantine, what I ended up using was using it as a diary almost. So I would still reflect, my vacation, but every day. I wrote in every day what was going on during quarantine, in the world, just to look back on it. And again, reflections. But because there's not much to do, so I did that, and I did all the way up until, I still had to finish off these 2 days, but all the way up to this day. And then I did buy one of these for that. And you all know how this works. And then this is my packing list for next week, and I do need to add, or for tomorrow, basically, because we're leaving. I need to add my pills, any medication that we need to take. All right, so I'm gonna go back to bring back my leverage planner. And again, you guys are all well, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I did a video, my first plan with me video, and it's already dirty. I did order covers for this one and for my teacher planner. And teacher planner, I use Erin Condren, and I'm going to finish the year off, and then I think I'm going to go to plum paper planner with that after that. And I like that one because I could, order for 6 months at a time. So I am doing a July start, and I did show you guys all this, how I keep track, and this is my month's projects: clean clothes and lose weight. I need to lose weight. Save more money, what I plan on doing, my daughter's birthday, and then I use the personal finance page, I put all my income, what I do, what I plan on saving, and my notes. I think this one, I'm just going to use it as a daily tracker as opposed to putting all this information down that I try to do. Meal planning. This is a big thing, and I will be doing this going forward more than right now, because it was my first, I'm still figuring it out, but these are the things that, mostly that we eat, and not the Oreos and stuff. And one of my important things is please enjoy my time with my hubby. He's taking time off this week. That's why we're going away. We're going away to San Diego for a couple of days. I mentioned in my first video that we are taking a San Diego trip. And again, I didn't like the way that turned out, but my first time. Because my daughter just graduated from UCSD. However, because her lease ends in November, she is working over there, so she's going to stay until her lace is up, and then she'll come home, and hopefully by then we're building a she shed that was supposed to be for me, but I wanted her to have a place, you know, and I know she's going to start working for an attorney when she returns, so maybe by then she'll probably want to move out. You know, she's very independent, still very loving, but she's very independent. So this time I planned with you guys, I had this one already set up. I did this one on my first video. If you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link below in the comments, or if I can do one of those little, you know, pop-up things, I'll do that. I'm still learning. Again, this is my first time doing these. What I want to do, and then I tried something different the other day because I saw this on a Facebook post and I really liked it, so I want to try doing that with it, and we'll see how it works. But I like the way this came out much better than the filling it out. So, you know, I did promise my husband that we were going to walk every morning, and starting tomorrow we're going to walk tomorrow. I just need to work out more. I've never been so out of shape in my life, but I started menopause early, so with that came weight gain. Very sad, at least for me anyway. But my moods improved, so that was, you know, cool. So what I ended up doing was, I mentioned this on my first video, I created these on my Silhouette Studio, and I cut them out, you know, and did my own, and I might be changing them, but I like the way they came out, so I just printed, you know, 1 through 31 for, you know, months, and then 5 weeks of days, and they're out of order, but you know, whatever works for me. So I did these, so now we're gonna plan for Thursday and Friday. So this is gonna be a quick video. So again, you know, I'm going to do the walk, and let me see if I can do it this way better so I can see. So I did the walk in like a light blue. I'm gonna say it was this color. So I'm gonna try, you know, just doing this, and obviously I'll take that there, so that's this, and then do a thick line here, and that's going to be my workout. And I lost one of my pens, my favorite one's like a dark blue one on this. Out with my husband and walk. And I'm a real, I'm not into all this really. I'm gonna try it out, but if you guys saw in my previous planner, my Erin Condren, I'm very simple. I don't really need to color code anything. This works for me because I was a secretary for over 20 years prior to teaching, and I would write out my appointments, so this works for me, and that's why I was going to switch to this format anyway with Erin Condren, but then this one came out, and when I heard about it, I was like, ooh, this is what I want. You know, I just love Kumiko Love, Budget Mom. And I will leave a link to her stuff. So we are coming back. I did all that. So this time for the week, what I'm gonna do is pull out my midliners. I'm gonna do green for food. Why, I don't know, but it just seems like that. So we don't really eat, you know, early in the morning, and I'm a picky eater. That's probably why I gain weight too. So that's gonna be my breakfast, or our breakfast. And then I have, you know, everything that I planned on doing, and we're gonna do breakfast obviously as a family. And then I am like just so anal about things that when I cook, I don't really like cooking, and I'm not a great cook, but when I do cook, when I'm home, I clean the kitchen before, sterilize it, I cook, and then I clean it after, and I think that's why I get a little overwhelmed. So my chores are going to be in yellow, and this one's very bright. So from 11 to 12. Not only will I do the dishes, and I'll really realistically do it after, but I'll have to put them away and then clean the kitchen. You know, mop, sweep, you know, do all that stuff. I have a I'll run the shark, 'cause I have a shark robot, kind of like the Roomba. And then I have a steam mop. I love steam mops. And then at noon, which probably, you know, between noon and 1, we'll do lunch. And I'll say 1 because my kids are like, you know, I'm Hispanic, by the way. My husband is American. I'm Mexican, half Guatemalan. So we have like chilaquiles for breakfast with eggs and queso fresco and avocado, and it's a very filling breakfast. So then we'll have lunch, and it'll probably be a light lunch. And then again at 2 o'clock, or let's say 2:30 to 3, because it does take me a while. I know, it just sounds ridiculous. I am going to clean the kitchen again. And then from there, and I forgot about this. Well, no. And I'm also going to do the laundry here from our vacation. And then from 5 to 6, we'll have dinner. And this just seems like excessive eating for me because we don't usually, and we'll probably do 6 to 7. We don't eat this much. My kids are, you know, they get full quickly. But the way we're all looking from COVID, you know, it's a shocker that we don't eat more. But, or that I'm saying that we don't eat much because we look like we didn't gain much. I think I gained 3 pounds. My son, you know, he's growing, but he looks a little chunkier, and but he's not working out, and he's very active. And then for fun, I'm going to do this color. And I'm all over the place. Hold on. Thing from 7:30 to 8. What am I gonna do? Can you guys guess? I'm going to clean the kitchen again. Dishes, and basically sterilize the kitchen. And then that'll be it. And then from 8:30 to about 10, we usually have family time. And we watch movies. Whatever the kids want. Mostly whatever my daughter wants, because like I said, she has Asperger's and she's kind of picky, although she's been on a horror movie kick, which is funny to me. I'm a horror movie fanatic. I actually named my middle daughter after one of the characters from The Exorcist because it's my all-time favorite movie. So I named her Anya. I named after Anastasia, the movie, the little character Anastasia. Her name was Anya, the cartoon version from Box from 1998, 1997. I named her after that. And then we're gonna move on to, and I put that in because of my daughter, but again, you know, we'll have breakfast and probably sleep in a little bit later because just because. And I think this evening we'll do an evening walk instead of a morning walk, so we'll start off with our breakfast first. And I do laundry every other day because we don't use much during this time, so it doesn't really, you know, add up too much. So we'll have breakfast. Then obviously I'll clean And, you know, I'm gonna put it here because I usually clean right after. I don't wait an hour. Let me do that a little bit thicker because there we go. And I really like the way this looks compared to filling it in. But I may, you know, do both. I don't know. And I think we'll have lunch, you know, again at 1 o'clock. My husband does get hungry. I don't so much. That's our lunch. And then I'm gonna clean right after. I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm gonna wait because I won't. I don't. I just don't. I can't. And then let me see. And we'll have dinner. And mostly on Fridays we go out to dinner. I don't cook, so I like to go out a little bit earlier because I hate crowds. And this is with the expectation that we're still going to be open, because today it was announced by Governor Newsom, I live in California, that bars were closed. So usually when the bars close, everything else follows. So we'll have dinner, you know, and it'll be either dining out or, you know, eating in. And then I'll clean after. And it may not take me that hour, but sometimes it does, because I'm just that, you know, anal about things. And then we have our family time. And Fridays we usually stay up really late, but I'm just gonna put that because my husband won't stay up that late. But me and the kids stay up till like sometimes 1 in the morning. Just watching TV, you know, reading. My daughter loves to read. I love to read. I'm an avid reader. And there's one thing I forgot, which needs to be, it is very important. I need to go to the DMV. So we're gonna leave early because I know it's going to be crowded. I keep calling and, you know, not taking appointments anymore. There was a screw up with my registration for one of my cars, which we really don't drive. We paid for it in January, and because of COVID, I didn't realize that we hadn't received the tags. Not that I got pulled over. My husband's just like, hey, where are the tags? And I was like, oops, we never got them, did we? And I couldn't get a hold of them, and I finally got a hold of them, and it was like, oh yeah, we received it, but apparently they didn't change our address when we moved. We moved 2 years ago. We thought we changed it on all our cars, but they said we didn't, so they sent it to our old address. And then they said now we need a smog check, so I need to go to the DMV first to tell them not to send out the registration when I get the smog, so it can be in person. So I have to get the smog and then go back. It's like a big old process, so I was furious. And then, but you know, it is what it is, the DMV, I guess. What am I gonna do? And then Saturday, so oh, that's what I wanted to do on this day. We are going to FaceTime with my baby for her birthday. She's going to go on a picnic at the beach in La Jolla with her friends and her boyfriend, and then we're going to family FaceTime with my little girl, even though she's coming, you know, for next week or the week after, because she's taking a week off for her birthday. She's been working her butt off during COVID, so she deserves some time off. So I'm gonna go back to this day. We'll go, and I like going on my walks early because it is hot in the evenings over here. And I have hot flashes, so. And what I'll do is we'll walk, and then I do a HIIT workout. That's why I put walk, but on Saturdays I don't. On the weekends I don't. Those are my weekdays. And then this is going to be a weird day because we'll probably have breakfast around this time. And my daughter will come home. She has to drop off her boyfriend at the airport because he's flying home for the summer. He lives up north. And my daughter's staying, and so she's coming home for right after she drops him off. And we'll just relax. Obviously, I'll clean. I try not to cook as much on the weekend because I feel like I'm always in the kitchen cleaning. And my husband helps out when he's off too. And then at 2 o'clock, around 2:30, we are going to go, and I'm gonna use purple, you know, whenever we have to go out and do stuff. 2:32, let's say 6:30. My in-laws are having a little 4th of July gathering. And it'll be small, it'll be under 10 people. Gathering / celebration. And they have a pool. In our previous house, we had a pool. We had built one. You know, we had been there forever. And then when we moved, I chose property with a big property because I want to build my own pool. I didn't want a house with a pool because I want it to my standards. And so we don't have a pool, but my in-laws have a pool, and that's why they're inviting us. And they always invite us, but whenever my kids don't leave during quarantine. So that way they can go swimming. And then on Sunday, I usually sleep in. But I will probably wake up just to go for a walk, because this is my husband's last day of break of his vacation. So I'll go on a walk because he loves waking up early and going on walks. And I'll probably come home and take a nap again because I am that way. So, because, you know, and then I'll wake up around 10. My kids do sleep in, especially when my daughter's home because they stay up with her late. So I am going to put morning AM nap. And then my daughter will probably make, you know, lunch, and we'll probably be eating later. Or maybe earlier, because I'll probably wake up instead of having breakfast. We're gonna do, you know, let's say a brunch. And then I'll clean, because even though they cook, I still want to clean. And then the rest of the day we'll just probably relax and have dinner. I don't have much to do, but one thing I will put on here, and I'll put that in yellow. I'm going, since I'm not working over the summer, I'm gonna figure out what days I'm gonna do my plan with me videos and budget videos. But for now, since I'm just doing these, you know, week ones, I'll probably, you know, record my plan. And I have to do them late at night because my kids are very clingy with me. They love me to death. And so I have to do these like late at night, and that's what I found even when I was teaching and I had to do my my teaching videos. I was always up till late, you know, with my kids in private school. They had Zoom classes like every day, 2 to 3 times a day, and they're in elementary school compared to middle school. I teach middle school in my district. It wasn't, and all of them weren't mandatory, but I would record my lessons like every night, and because my kids are always on me and it was so loud during the day, I found that it was just easier to plan my lessons, you know, for the week on Sundays, and then every day I would provide the lesson, but I would record it at 1 in the morning because that was the quietest time. Right now I'm recording at midnight because it's just the quietest time. My kids don't bother me. And this is my layout. I kind of like the way it looked. I'm not a big sticker person, and I have a ton of stickers, and I bought stickers. I have all of this, you know, that I've had for, you know, years, some of them. Especially Erin Condren, you know, these, and I don't really, and I even have washi tape. I didn't use anything. I'm just not, you know, I'm more practical, I guess is the correct word. But this is my layout for now. This is for the week. You know, I like it. I like the way it looks. I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any suggestions, that's another thing. I don't know. I'm such a tomboy, and I always say I'm colorblind, which I'm not, but I don't know what colors match. I'm not very good at that. So that's maybe why I don't use stickers. And I am going to create some to cover this area right here. You know, and it'll tell me the week of, you know, July 6th through the 12th. So I'm going to plan on using more of those here and keep track of my workouts here instead of here. And I did cover it up because I knew I wasn't going to do much, but this is it. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for viewing and watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Have a nice day.